Now, of course, you also bringing Rise of the Tomb Raider to PC, which I'm sure will get a lot of people really excited about it because there's a lot of people who play games on their computers. You guys set a really kind of a high precedent with this with the first Tomb Raider coming to PC because that had like crazy hair.
Absolutely.
Just the best hair.
Absolutely. And well, we always try and approach every new release that we do as its own product, and we push the boundaries as far as we can. So once again, we've partnered with Nixie Software. They've been doing an amazing job. And there are 5 things that we're really focusing on for the PC version so that we feel like we're making this the most realistic version of Tomb Raider ever. So first, we've partnered with NVIDIA on a new Ambi Occlusion technology called HBAO+. So that means that it's much more realistic and rich ambient lighting. We've bumped up the hardware tessellation, which this is the most visibly apparent thing that you'll do. It means that whenever you look at an uneven surface, it's going to have a lot more geometry to it. You know, rocks, rocky walls, cliff faces will be much more lifelike. Foliage that used to be static will now dynamically react to Lara walking by or even to the rain, precipitation.
Wow. Damn.
We have a new thing called Anisotropic filtering. Probably saying that incorrectly, but basically if you look at a surface,
you nailed it.
Did I get it right?
Yeah,
okay,
totally.
so if you look at a surface from an angle, you'll see much more detail, so cracks in walls and on the floors. And then finally we increased the draw distance and added more detail, so when you're looking at a hub space, and you know they're already huge, they were 2 to 3 times bigger than they were in Tomb Raider, you'll be able to see details and objects and environment and on buildings. So in all, it will literally be the most realistic looking version and the most richly detailed version of Tomb Raider ever made.
Now, I gotta say, all of this sounds awesome. None of these things were a problem for me playing this game. Like,
that was difficult. It was actually difficult taking, because I like to say that, you know, I think we had a really, really great looking Rise of the Tomb Raider on Xbox One and Xbox 360.
Absolutely.
So we pushed ourselves. It's always a labor of love for us. We push ourselves as far as we can. So that was the benchmark, and now we have established a new one.
That's so cool.
Nice work.
Now, is there going to be any kind of like modding support, or is that kind of?
You know what? We don't really have a level designer or a level creation in the game right now, so that's not something. It's always something we think about and look at, but we don't have any modding support officially right now.
Do you think people are going to get all messed up in there, you know, violating their end user license agreement and just mess up?
I mean,
Lara's
you
hair?
guys basically had like an exploding projectile chicken weapon, right?
Yes.
So you kind of beat a lot of the weird modders to the punch.
I would expect nothing less from the PC community than to see some really awesome things with the chicken bomb.
Well, what they usually do is 3 things. They put in the Millennium Falcon, even though that makes no sense. So it was one of the first things you mod into a game.
Imagine that as a tomb.
Yep.
It's crashed into a wall somewhere.
There's a giant crab usually, and then there's nudity, but not for where you'd expect it. It's going to mostly be, again,
chicken nudity.
The animals.
Chicken nudity. Yeah. Taking the pants off the chicken.
One of the first things that I think got modded into GTA 5 was Monk. Like the character from the USA show. Like you could play as...
Monk? The detective? The guy
yeah,
that would walk
like somebody
around?
put in Monk into GTA. I don't know why. Maybe you can finally play Rise of the Tomb Raider as your favorite obsessive-compulsive private eye.
I always think it's fascinating.
It's got an eye for details.
That like PC players get the best looking version of the game, almost always, right? Because they're just always working on better hardware, and with that power, they just do the weirdest things.
I love it. It's
with great power.
Yes,
it's good stuff.
Comes
Also,
great responsibility, which I don't think a lot of them have, but I love them for it because they make some cool stuff we get to see.
when is this out in the wild, and when can people get their hands on it?
Well, so Baba Yaga will release on January 26th for Xbox One and Xbox 360, and then the PC version will release on Windows 10 and Steam on January 28th, and Baba Yaga will be available day 1 for that. So
That sounds awesome. And you have any more DLC on the way after that?
we do. We have another pack that we've only announced in title. It's called Cold Darkness Awakened. We haven't given too many details around that.
Santa Claus. Lara Croft is going to hunt down that fearsome Santa Claus.
Why would you get that from?
And he comes in the Baba Yaga house too. That's his new sled.
Is a sled with reindeer pulling it. That's scary.
How much are you guys charging for DLC?
Well, so Baba Yaga, it'll be $9.99.
Cool.
$9.99 if you want to get it.
$9.99. We've invented a brand new pricing structure called $9.99.
It'll be so that's if you want to purchase separately, but otherwise it'll be included in the season pass.
Awesome. We've got a trailer lined up for that, so why don't you take a look? And Rich, we're going to unceremoniously shove you off the stage. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Max.
And,
Thanks, Brian.
Come back soon, man.
Yeah. Have me back soon.
Let's take a look at this Chicken Walker house.
We have no budget.
Show the chicken.
Show the movie.
Show the damn chicken.
You gotta show the video.
Roll the
It's
chicken.
super awkward.
It's real weird. They told us they're going to show the chicken video, but they're not doing it.
I can eat some of this
I'm gonna
Frankenberry.
watch. Yeah, Rich is going to eat some cereal. We have cereal backstage for
This is
all
what
our
happens
guests.
when you don't show the video. We have to make a man.
There's a chicken
There we
house!
go.
Yeah, chicken house!
A Byzantine
We did it.
war galley. How the hell did it get down here?